What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So I hadn't planned on doing a political video, but my goodness, man, I seen this article. I seen this poll number. I couldn't believe what I just saw. The Democrats are in, man, I am now certain that they are going to have a historically awful night on election night this year in the midterm elections. They're going to lose the House and the Senate. The question is just how big a margin, just how many seats, I guess I should say, are they going to lose in each chamber? I think it's going to be possibly historic. Um, Look, Joe Biden's approval ratings have been dwindling since probably last summer, and they've been going downward. It's been a downward trend. People are not happy. The economy is shit. It's not primarily Biden's fault. This shit goes back to his predecessor. But this is how it works. He's inherited Trump's economy. Things have not gotten better. Not really. I mean, some of the jobs have come back, but not all of them. We're still dealing with the outbreak, all right? And then there's some signs that we might have a resurgence, especially in the Northeast. I think despite the push, the massive push of the elixir, the outbreak is starting to come back in certain parts of the country. Um, Foreign issues, foreign policy. Do we really think that Putin would have pulled that shit if even Barack Obama's president? Nobody respects Joe Biden. Even people in his own party don't respect him. I saw a video of there was a gathering recently of party members in Washington, and all of them were huddled toward Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, and they were ignoring Joe Biden. Like they don't even like they instinctively didn't want to be associated with him. you know, at the end of the day, I could do the woulda, coulda, shouldas, but I've done enough of that. 33% approval rating, ladies and gentlemen. 33%. Off the top of my head, there's only been 5 or 6 presidents that have had a lower approval rating than that at any time in their presidencies. Only 5 or 6. The lowest was Harry S. Truman when he left office in 1953. He had a 22% approval rating according to Gallup, I believe it was. The second lowest is Jimmy Carter. Sometime in 1980, his approval rating was at 23% at its lowest. You know, Rich left office had an approval rating of just 24% when he resigned. George H.W. Bush, shortly before the 2008 election, had an approval rating of just 25%. And his father, George H.W. Bush, in August of 1992, had a 29% approval rating shortly before the election, in which he lost re-election. All these individuals either had to retire from office because of their low approval ratings, lost re-election badly. Nixon had to resign um, because of the Watergate scandal. Although before the Watergate scandal, his approval rating was pretty decent before the scandal. Um, it's 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 a, Joe Biden's in rarefied air, bro. He's in the early part of his presidency, so for him to have these types of numbers, even Trump, his lowest approval rating was 34%, and that was with being in the afterglow, you want to call it afterglow, of the grand insurrection and a looming impeachment trial, the second one of his one term. Even then, he bottomed out at 34%. What that's telling me is, as unpopular as Donald Trump was, he still had a base support of 35 to 40%. Joe Biden does not have a base support. He's never really had a big base support. The Democratic National Committee or the Democratic Party used trickery and chicanery to get him the nomination. What they basically did was They took the centrist opposition out, which was Buttigieg and Klobuchar. They dropped out, but the supposed liberal candidate, Elizabeth Warren, stayed in, siphoning votes away from Bernie Sanders. So that allowed Joe Biden to consolidate the centrist vote and win the remaining primaries after he was finishing fourth and fifth and sixth, before South Carolina. It was a it was a it was, they cheated again, even more so blatantly. But this is what happens. They cheated, and now you're getting leadership that you didn't vote for, or some of you guys did vote for. And I'm not saying Trump would have been better, but goddamn, Trump would have been better. They both suck. But can we get like a situation where we can just demand better leadership? You know? But it is what it is. 33% approval rating, man. I mean, just awful, awful. Tell me what you guys think.